big story of the day. Speculations continue over Karnataka's political transition with the uncertainty over whether the Chief Minister will be meeting the Governor today. Sources indicate that Karnataka Governor is out of state currently on a personal visit, making any meeting with the Chief Minister unlikely for now. The Governor has reportedly left the Karnataka state last night and is believed to be visiting the relative in Madhya Pradesh, is what we're learning so far. So the big question now is, will Siddaramaiah will be able to meet the Governor today, because he's currently out of state, is what we're learning right now. He is in Madhya Pradesh. So will the meeting between the two, in fact, leaders, that will be put on hold? That is something that remains to be seen. But at this very point in time, we're learning that the speculation continues over the political transition, with uncertainty that continues over who will be the Chief Minister next. Let me go across to Managing Editor Zaka Jacob. Also joining me live on the broadcast is Imran, who's joining us from the residence of Siddaramaiah, Neha, who's joining us live from the residence of DK Shiv Kumar. Coming to you, Zaka, first, how crucial is today? Because in just another few minutes, we are learning that there will be a crucial breakfast meeting at the residence of Siddaramaiah, and DK Shiv Kumar will also be a part of it. Take us through more details.
Yeah, well, good morning to you from Bangalore, where today is a crucial day. It's a red letter day as far as Siddaramaiah's government is concerned, because in about an hour's time, he's expected to have a breakfast meeting with all his cabinet colleagues, including the Deputy Chief Minister, DK Shiv Kumar. And it is in this meeting that he's expected to announce to his cabinet colleagues that he has decided to put in his papers. The plan as it stood as of this morning was to announce it to his cabinet colleagues, and then him and some of his supporters would drive up to the Raj Bhavan and submit the letter of resignation to the governor. Now, one small complication that's arisen this morning is that the governor is not physically available in town today. He is, I'm given to understand that he's traveling to meet with a relative who is taken unwell. So it is possible that the plans might get delayed. It's also possible that Siddaramaiah might, send his resignation letter through an emissary, or simply just fax it to the Raj Bhavan. There have been episodes in the past where chief ministers have resigned, or at least sent their resignation letters through fax machines, and those have led to controversies. Most famously, Nitish Kumar in 2005. When the then President of India, Abdul Kalam, was not in India, and it became it was called the Faxgate controversy at that time.
Right.
So we'll see how it plays out. But one thing is clear, that in this breakfast meeting, Mr. Siddaramaiah, who is the Congress Chief Minister, the incumbent Chief Minister, will convey to his colleagues what was told to him by the Congress High Command a couple of days ago, by Rahul Gandhi, by K.C. Venugopal and Randeep Singh Surjewala, who is the General Secretary in charge of the state of Karnataka, that they expect Mr. Siddaramaiah to now hand over the reins to a younger generation of leadership, which, of course, starting with DK Shiv Kumar, who, by the way, has waited his turn, because the promise that was made to him in 2023, when the Congress won this election and won with a decisive mandate, and at that time, DK Shiv Kumar was KPCC president. He continues to hold both posts. The promise that was made to him was rotational chief ministership after 2.5 years. Those 2.5 years have come and gone. It's been 3 years now since the Siddaramaiah government was elected to office, and now the Congress High Command has conveyed their decision to him to get him to step down and to transfer power to a younger generation of leaders. I want to go across to Imran as well as Neha, who are both joining us. Imran is here at Siddaramaiah's residence. What is expected in the next hour or so, Imran? Obviously, all the cabinet colleagues will come. There will be breakfast. The CM is expected to announce his intention to step down. Walk us through, what are the hectic behind-the-scenes parleys, negotiations, if any, that are happening? Or is it now a fait accompli that the CM has resigned to his inevitable fate, which is that the High Command wants him to step down?
Well, absolutely, Jack. When we've seen that since yesterday, many of his cabinet colleagues, friends and well-wishers were shocked that, Rahul Gandhi asked to step down a tall OBC leader like Siddaramaiah to quit. And many felt he was unceremoniously asked to step down from the post of chief minister. For them, Siddaramaiah is not just a chief minister, but also someone who is seen very as a mass leader, who has an appeal and who has almost like, for them, them a reverence, a point of reverence for them because of the fact that he has a socialist, he has some principles. A lot of people across Karnataka, not just from particular brandi, but also from the intellectuals, from socialists, from the intellectual circles and the civil society here were shocked that Rahul Gandhi would ask someone, OBC leader, where they, according to them, because social media has flooded with messages that Rahul Gandhi has been talking about OBC politics and asked an OBC leader to step down for someone from a forward caste. Now, in the 4 CMs what Congress has, all of them, none of them are come from the OBC community, and Rahul Gandhi would play that gamble and ask his tallest leader like Siddaramaiah to step down. But the inevitable has happened, and the fact that Siddaramaiah agreed to it is also a shock to them. Since morning, they have been trying to convince Siddaramaiah to not to accept and not to step down and to at least delay the resignation. And in fact, if it's required, all the cabinet colleagues will go to Delhi and will convey to High Command or to Rahul Gandhi especially to change his mind and not ask Siddaramaiah to step down. But Siddaramaiah has very categorically told each one of them, including the closest aides, who were there till last night, till 11 a.m. in the night. In fact, they had a dinner also here at his official residence, where he tried to convince him to defer his decision. He said that I have always maintained that whatever Rahul Gandhi has said, and I will abide by it, and I will do that. Whatever Rahul Gandhi or K.C. Venugopal has said, I will not, violate it. And he said that he will tender his resignation today, and he will. What we saw now also
clearly, the mood of the High Command was conveyed to Mr. Siddaramaiah in that meeting that happened at the AICC headquarters a couple of days ago. So the man in waiting, the man who has been waiting for a number of years to take over the top job here in Karnataka, DK Shivkumar, Neha is at his residence. I presume that the mood there would be, wait and watch, certainly, but also a sense of celebration, if you will, because after all, to give him his fair credit, DK Shivkumar has waited his turn. He felt like he had the fair shot of getting the top job back in 2023 because at that time he had led the state unit as the party president, the state party president. The promise that was made to him in 2023 was after 2.5 years, it will be a rotational chief minister's post. What is the mood like there at DK's residence? Obviously, he too was there, meeting with the High Command a couple of days ago when the chief minister was summoned. Walk us through who all have come there to meet him. What is his plan of action? Obviously, he's also expected to come here to the chief minister's residence in about an hour's time for that all-important breakfast meeting.
Well, Zaka, that's right. While all eyes remain on that breakfast meeting, the mood here, of course, at the Deputy Chief Minister's residence seems, business as usual is what it is. His staff is out, of course, while the mood is a little bit more upbeat and chirpy than usual. You'd already be able to see the manner in which, in fact, supporters now have started to gather around his entire residence here. The roads, of course, have been barricaded as well by the police, taking all measures. Supporters from across the state, of course, too, have started to come down here with bouquets as well. This is something that, they, of course, had been waiting for quite some time now. While the unspoken understanding from sources within the Congress party was a 2.5-year agreement, the Congress government in Karnataka nearly completing now a 3-year term, and close on the heels of that are his supporters here who are waiting for some good news to come through for their senior Vokkaliga leader. Well, as far as, of course, his close aides, confidants, leaders of the party visiting him are concerned, as of this morning, we've just seen one former mayor, Sampath Raj, considered to be a close confidant and aide of the Deputy Chief Minister, who's visited him. Barring that, of course, while we are picking up that through the day, there are, of course, going to be a lot more leaders visiting him, probably holding discussions with him. It really remains to be seen what happens through the course of the day, and if at all the Chief Minister does step down, like his intention has been since yesterday. That's what the mood has been at the Sidda camp. Once, of course, he does tender his resignation, what developments follow is something we'd have to keep an eye out for.
Okay, just give me a moment because we're getting more information. Two things have happened from this morning. One, like I said, the governor's physical presence is not there through the day today. He might come back in the latter half of the day. We don't know that. But usually the convention has been that a chief minister, a sitting chief minister, especially when he or she leaves mid-term, then they physically go and present their resignation letter to the governor. Whether Siddaramaiah will wait for that, we'll have to wait and see. Also, we're getting a piece of breaking news that Mr. Siddaramaiah, the incumbent chief minister, is expected to go to Delhi later this evening, possibly after submitting his resignation to the governor or to the governor's office. He's likely to go there with some of his supporters in a thank you gesture to try and thank the High Command for the support that they gave him over these last many years. Imran has more details on this. Imran, so the Chief Minister once again sort of booking his flights to Delhi to thank the High Command. But are we sure that this will be after he sends in his resignation, or is this again some kind of a pressure tactic to try and change the mind of the High Command?
Well, Zaka, as you rightly very pointed out, that there's a lot to be read between the lines there. As of right now, things are looking with various things, where we see that governor is not in office. Earlier, there was no itinerary of CM going to Delhi. Now, CM's office, as of right now, maintains that that he will tender his resignation, what form, whether he personally go or not. We have to wait and see whether it will happen also or not. It depends on it, how the things progress. And then, but he's going to Delhi is what CM office has confirmed. But he said that as a gesture of gratitude for the opportunity they have given to him. But there should be a lot more to it. And because we've seen that hectic meetings had happened till last night at the CM residence there with his cabinet colleagues. So there could be a lot of pressure tactics too, as you are rightly pointing out. Yesterday itself, he had accepted the backward class commission report. And so there might be a lot of details which you have got from it. It also would be putting pressure on the High Command. If there is anything, a cabinet expansion has happened to accommodate to many of his cabinet colleagues, that could be one of the reasons to keep the caste combination, especially the OBC, Dalit and minorities, which he has been championing, claiming to be championing the causes there, to have that mix of it, and especially to safeguard the interest of his cabinet colleagues. That could be one of the reasons that he will meet High Command, is that you asked me to step down, I did that, but take care interest of my cabinet colleagues.
Okay, I also want to go back to Neha, who's at DKS's residence, not too far away from here, where I believe one after another, some supporters, one of them happens to be an ex-Bangalore mayor who's arrived this morning at DKS's residence. There seems to be a sense of, yes, wait and watch at his residence. His supporters are eagerly anticipating this moment where they've waited for a number of years for their leader, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, to get the top job here in the state, that of Chief Minister. Neha, so walk us through, what's the mood there? I believe a former mayor has arrived there. Other supporters are thronging in. They will also be watching every single move that the Chief Minister is making. Again, some of these are a little bit unexpected. The fact that the governor was not available came as a surprise this morning. The fact that the Chief Minister now is likely to go to Delhi later this evening. Again, what is the mood in the DK camp right now?
Well, Zaka, it seems like celebrations, of course, started early for the DK camp. Well, even yesterday, we saw how supporters of the Deputy Chief Minister, D.K. Shivkumar, started to celebrate across some parts of Karnataka. As of this morning, while we're outside his residence, you can see there are quite a few people who've gathered here, many with sweets, many with bouquets. And while, of course, the crowd here only continues to swell, one must remember, of course, that every time the Deputy Chief Minister has been posed a pointed question by us or by other journalists on ground about what next for him, he's often, very indirectly dropped hints that time would decide, or that time would speak for itself, or that hard work is often repaid in various ways. He's indirectly dropped hints, and now as we stand at this crucial juncture with the Chief Minister likely to resign, it's quite evident here that his supporters too would be backing him in large numbers. If we go back and look at the kind of struggles that he's of course faced on a personal capacity as well as on a political front as well, he's often claimed to be one of the senior leaders, who's been targeted, who's had to face a lot of political vendetta, and even, in fact, till today, as he has, of course, held those talks in Delhi, as he's come back, as he's probably likely to be the next chief minister, if at all the Congress party so decides, that, there has been a lot of, churn that's really gone into this per se, if one could call it that. We'd really have to wait and see as the mood here continues to build.
The Congress High Command has been maintaining since the couple of days ago when the leadership was summoned to meet with the High Command. The state leadership was summoned there. Both the CM and the DCM were asked to come. Since then, at least officially speaking, the Congress leadership has maintained that this was only about the Rajya Sabha elections. This was only about the upcoming Legislative Council elections. In fact, Mr. Randeep Surjewala, who is the General Secretary in charge of the state, has been in Bangalore since yesterday. He's been here for the last 24 hours or so. He met with the Chief Minister yesterday as well. He too continues to maintain that this is only about the Rajya Sabha elections. But you always know in politics, what is not said on the record and what is behind the scenes is far more interesting and far more closer to the reality than what is said on camera. Let's listen in to what Randeep Surjewala had to say.
Over next 1 or 2 days with both of them, as also other senior leaders of the party, including members of the cabinet, on who would be the most appropriate candidates, including the candidature of the sitting council members and as also in Rajya Sabha, and so that party can get and the state can get the best representation possible. Currently, no meeting of the legislature party has been called by the Congress party. No other decision has yet been taken. As things evolve, we will inform you.
Well, it's interesting how he has formulated it. It's about Rajya Sabha elections. It's about the Legislative Council elections. We all know there's far more to it than meets the eye. Now, one critical factor that's going to play itself out is, yes, the High Command can sort of make that decision known to the Chief Minister that they expect him to step down, and then there could be a new Chief Minister in DK Shiv Kumar. But what about the loyalists from each of these camps? Now, a part of what you're seeing, this sort of digging of heels by the incumbent Chief Minister, is to try and ensure that his supporters, his backward caste vote bank, and those who represent that vote bank are also taken care of in a new dispensation. Let's take a look at who is standing by which camp as far as the loyalists of both Siddaramaiah and DK Shiv Kumar are concerned. I'm tossing it back to my colleague Akanksha in the studios.
Absolutely. In Karnataka politics, there is growing talk about different groups forming within the ruling Congress party there. While the leaders are saying that everything is united, there is a lot of discussion about who supports which leader, as the power and influence within the party is being closely watched. So this is essentially being called as Kissa Kursi Ka, and who's backing who. Let us give you more details about this. When it comes to Team Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister, G. Parameshwara, who's the current Home Minister, he is backing Siddaramaiah. In fact, if we talk about Team DKS, Suresh, ex-MP and a senior Congress leader, he's supporting DKS. KG George, who's the Energy Minister there in Karnataka, is from Team Sidda. Team DKS also has N.A. Harris, who is the current MLA there. Team Sidda has H.C. Mahadevappa, who's the current Karnataka Minister for Social Welfare. He is in the team of the current Chief Minister. And if we talk about the Team DKS, TD Rajagowda, who's the current Karnataka MLA, he is in his team. M.B. Patil is in Team Sidda. And also H.D. Ranganath, he's the current MLA, he is in a Team DKS. Also B. Shivanna, who's a three-time MLA, is in the team of Siddaramaiah. He's backing DK Shiv Kumar. And if we talk about Bharati Suresh, B. Suresh, he is the current Karnataka Urban Development Minister. He is backing Siddaramaiah. So all of these leaders, they are essentially in the team of Siddaramaiah is what we're learning so far. So all eyes will be on how this really pans out during the day. There is a lot of discussion about who supports which leader as the power and the influence within the party. That is being closely watched today.
All right, so what is expected? We've got some big developments coming through in the next half an hour or so, in the next 40 minutes at 9 a.m. sharp. The Chief Minister at his residence right here behind me is expected to throw a breakfast meeting for all his colleagues. It's expected to be the final breakfast meeting, final cabinet meeting of the Siddaramaiah government. after which he was expected to go to the Raj Bhavan and submit his resignation to the governor. Whether or not he does that in person, we don't know, because the governor is not available, certainly not in the first half of the day. But we're also picking up a piece of breaking news now that the Congress legislature party, because they'll have to convene the CLP meeting, the CLP will have to elect a new leader. That is expected to happen sometime tomorrow. Let me go across to Imran again on this. Imran, so the legislature party meeting, which Randeep Surjewala last night said has still not been scheduled, looks like it'll be scheduled for tomorrow.
Well, absolutely, Jaka. That what we got to know, is that the SLP meeting will be there tomorrow. The timings of it, we spoke to a couple of MLAs too. They said the timings have not been given yet, but they have been told that the CLP meeting likely to happen tomorrow. But as you say, with the new developments, anything can happen any moment. But just want to draw an analogy, Jaka, to the. We just, you've been a very, senior. To this, you've seen that this could draw an analogy between the 2021 in Yediyurappa and also with Siddaramaiah. Getting back to the point that, as we were earlier mentioning, that so far none of the high command officially has come that he has resigned. We see a similar pattern in 2021. Yediyurappa was also stepped down. We had broken the story at times now. In fact, I myself was there when at 2:30 in the night we had got that tip off that Yediyurappa is resigning. That even then, till he himself went to the governor's office, none from the BJP high command had said that he's resigning. They still maintain that he's continuing as the chief minister. Probably they do not want a blowback from the regional leader or from the OBC group. That's the reason why he wants the thing to come from his mouth rather than coming from high command.
Absolutely. In fact, there was also this famous instance in Kashmir after the 2018 elections, I think it was, for the first time when the PDP and the BJP decided to join hands, which again was an incompatible alliance. The letter to stake claim was sent by fax. The governor was unavailable. The governor's office said that he was unavailable. He didn't receive the letter. Eventually, they had to go as a unit, a combined unit of the PDP and the BJP at that time had to go and stake claim for Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti. So there have been instances in the past where this has gotten into a bit of a controversy where, if the Chief Minister does not physically tender in his or her resignation, it has tended to lead to some kind of political controversy. But I also want to go back again to the studio, because remember, what is at play right now is a delicate balancing act as far as caste and community is concerned. And Imran is 100% right. Mr. Siddaramaiah, make no doubt about it, is by far the tallest backward caste leader in the state right now. Removing him is not an easy task. The Congress High Command and the new leadership here in the state will have to be extremely mindful of these caste sensitivities, particularly backward caste sensitivities, which is why there is now talk of 2, maybe even 3 deputy chief ministers to balance out the caste sensitivities in the state. Back to you in the studio.
Absolutely, Zaka, as you rightly pointed out, as the Congress party is working out Karnataka's new power formula, caste equation is taking a center stage. Let me take you through the probables when it comes to the Deputy Chief Minister. Now, there's no clarity whether there will be a 1, 2 or 3 Deputy Chief Minister, but who could they be? As far as the Dalit faces are concerned, you have G. Parameswara, who is the current Home Minister of Karnataka, and also Priyank Kharge, who is the son of Mallikarjun Kharge. When it comes to the OBC face, you have Yatindra Siddaramaiah, who's the son of the current Chief Minister, who is Siddaramaiah, and then you have Lingayat faces as well. You have MB Patil and also Ishwar Khandare as well. So as far as the caste equation is concerned, the Congress party will try to balance it very delicately. Minority faces, when it comes to that, you have KG George, you have UT Khadir and also Samir Ahmed as well. So it remains to be seen how this really pans out during the day. Only a few minutes to go for that crucial breakfast meeting that will take place at the residence of Siddaramaiah. And after that, it remains to be seen how that really pans out. In the evening later today, we are learning that the Chief Minister will be heading to the national capital. We'll keep getting you more updates on this. With this very short break, more news and updates on the other side.